Hello everyone. In today's Hello everyone. In today's lecture we learn to encrypt and decrypt the data using Vigenère cipher. So first of all let's have a look what Vigenère cipher is. It was invented by a French cryptographer Blaise de Vigenère in 16th century, and it is a symmetric substitutional stream cipher. By symmetric we mean that the same key is used to encrypt the data and the same key is used to decrypt the data. Such kind of ciphers or encryption algorithms are also referred as private key encryption algorithms. Second, it's a substitutional cipher. By substitutional we mean that the plain text characters are replaced by some other characters in order to achieve the cipher text. Again, such type of algorithms are referred as substitutional, in which the characters are completely replaced by other characters. Another type of algorithms or cipher algorithms are there, which are referred as transpositional algorithms. In transpositional, what happen that the data or the plain text is not replaced by other characters, but it is just rearranged, or it is just shuffled. The characters in plain text are shuffled to achieve the cipher text. And third, it is a stream cipher. Again, there are two categories of algorithms: stream ciphers and block ciphers. The stream ciphers process the data character by character. First it pick one character from plain text and it generates the cipher text for that single character. At the other hand, in block ciphers, what happen, the total message is divided into block size is defined by defined by algorithms. In some algorithm they use 64 block 64 characters block. In some they use 128. In previous it was 32. So block size depends upon the algorithm, but what happen in block algorithms, the complete message is divided into the blocks and block by block is processed to generate the cipher text. Second, in Vigenère cipher, a predefined table is used. The size of table is 26 by 26. Like if we see that A to Z, so there are 26 columns, and here A to Z there are 26 rows, so it's 26 by 26 table. And this upper table, upper row, basically this A to Z, this is referred by plain text. It's not part of the table, and this column is used by key. So we'll see how to use this table in order to get the cipher text and then plain text. But here just what I am trying to say, that this row is used by plain text, this column is used by the key, and in between there are 26 by 26 combination of characters, and they are used to get the cipher text. So let's solve an example. Let's suppose the message to be encrypted is network security, and we are given key firewall. So again, in Vigenère cipher the descriptive key is used. In other like Caesar cipher or Ralphin cipher, a numeric key is used, but in Vigenère cipher a descriptive key is used, and here we are given firewall. So what would be the cipher text? Again, in order to elaborate in a detailed way, I have just produced a table. Another thing that in Vigenère cipher spaces are not counted, so you have to remove the spaces from the message and then you have to convert or to perform the conversion. So here you can see that network and there is no space and there is security. One thing. Second thing, we have to generate a key stream. We are given a key, but we have to generate a key stream. So what is a key stream? a key or how key stream is generated. Simply, in for generating the key stream, repeat the keyword up to the length of the plain text, like firewall, this ends the key. Again repeat firewall. So if the text would be greater than this, then we would have to repeat this keyword up to the length of the plain text. That's how we generate the key stream. So this is referred as key stream. So here is the ciphertext. So how to get this ciphertext while we are only having the plain text and the key stream? So in order to generate the ciphertext, we have to refer this table. How? First, this is the n character, it has to be converted. So in plain text we have n, and in key stream we have f. So go to the table. This upper row refers to the plain text. So there is a n. Okay, let me just here is the n in a plain text, and see where is the f. We refer this column for key stream. So we have to find intersection of these row and column. Here is the f and n. So the intersection of key stream and the plain text is f. So n will be encrypted as s. See, it is encrypted as s. Then in plain text we have e, and in a key stream we have I. Go to the table again, e and I. So here is the in plain text we have e, and in key stream we have I. Find out the intersection of these two characters. There is the e and it's m, so there should be m. See, so e is encrypted as m. Then t and r. Here is the t, and where is the r? Here is the r. So the intersection of t and r is k. So that's how we go character by character, and we'll get character by character cipher text of plain text. So you have to repeat same process to generate this ciphertext. Now how decryption is performed? Decryption, as we know, it is performed at the receiver side. So what the receiver will get, the receiver will receive this ciphertext and the key, and the receiver has to recover plain text or the message from this ciphertext by using this key. As you can see, this is asymmetric, so same key is using. For encryption we used firewall, and for the decryption still there will be used firewall as a key. Firewall will be used as a key. So we have ciphertext and a key stream. So how plain text will be generated from given ciphertext? So again we'll refer the same table, and here we start with the key stream character. So let's find where is the key, where is the f in a key stream, and then we look for the s. What is the character? F and s. Yes. So find out where is the f in key stream. We have f. Then we will look in this row that where s comes. S. Here is the s. Now we'll look at the top, that what is the top of this cell? It's n. So we will get the N as plain text character. Again, for second, we look for the key stream character I, and we will search that where in that particular associated row where M occurs. Here is the I, and let's check where is the M. Here is the M. Okay, then look at the top. What is the character here? It's E. So there should be E and E, two characters are correct. Then third, let's take R and find out where K occurs. Here is the R, and let's check out where is the K. Here is the K, and check out what is at the top. It's T. So T. So similarly, as we saw that similarly when we'll go through character by character, we'll get exactly the same message which was sent by the receiver. So that's how the Vigenère cipher works. Hope this would be clear for you. Thanks for watching.